got nothing at all at the gift-giving ceremony where God bestows a gift onto the people. Gifts are given to even commoners. Therefore, it's incredible that Alan could screw it up. To cut to the chase, the king informs Alan, "I never want to see your ugly face anywhere near my castle again. You're a bum and useless." Alan has been banished from the ducal family as a result. Yet as he stands outside the gate of the castle he once called home, the fact that he was expelled doesn't appear to upset him at all. With his newfound freedom to do as he pleases, he intends to pursue the quiet life he has always desired. If anything, he is relieved to be rid of the unpleasant Duke's name. He's going to start by going to the eastern edge of Westveld, where no one will be able to identify him. Alan had been wandering for a while and felt that he was definitely far enough away from Westveld to start a new life for himself. But he saw someone in distress in the distance when he was standing on a hill. This group of rock wolves is attacking this female knight. However, each time she attempts to cut them, they just disintegrate and reassemble themselves. After being assaulted once more, Beatrice the knight runs away as quickly as can, knowing that she won't be able to stop the dogs for very long. Beatrice informs Lize that her life is more vital than everything else at this moment, and that she must survive in order to carry out her role, even if Lize is reluctant to leave her devoted guard behind. Though he doesn't know what she's doing all the way out here, Alan knows that Lize is the princess of Adustella. She was the only one who stood up for Alan when they first met, at a party when the nobles were amusing themselves by making fun of Alan for being so incompetent. Although he had hoped to keep his former life's abilities hidden from view, Liz's execution is now imminent due to Beatrice's defeat. He can't just let a good friend like her die because she's been at his side from the beginning, so he defies his own laws and starts to use his true power to bridge their gap. Strangely, Alan is the only thing on Lize's mind as she stares directly into the jaws of death. She is shocked that Alan is here and stops the dog from attacking her. But for the time being, Alan would rather deal with eliminating these wild canines than giving an explanation for why he came to this place. He takes off and scans the clay wolves with his divine eyes, finding that they have cores inside of them. In order to get rid of them all at once, he calls forth hundreds of swords. She begs Beatrice to try to hold on a little, while she knows there's no surviving a wound like this, and she apologizes to Lize for being such a failure of a knight. Lize was so enthralled with Alan's display that she forgot that her friend is currently missing a chunk of her stomach. When Alan sees that Beatrice is dying on the ground, he approaches her and gets on his knees to try to save her life. Her missing belly comes back when Alan casts his magic, leaving the two amazed and grateful at what he's just accomplished. They inquire as to what type of power he just utilized, but he refuses to say that he was a hero in a previous life, leading them to believe he must possess a talent that the church is now unaware of. Alan agrees to their supposition, but even so, Lize is the first princess. Why is she acting in this manner all the way out in the borderlands? She reveals that they had been made to believe that if they followed a vague prophecy she had received, they may avert a catastrophic disaster. After giving their explanation for coming, they ask Alan why he is in the borderlands as well, but he sidesteps the topic by saying that they should move quickly because it is unsafe for them to be out in the open like this. When their wagon breaks, they don't understand how he wants them to depart, but he doesn't mind because he can fix it by casting healing magic on it. When Alan tells Lize what happened to him while they are driving, she is shocked to hear that his family expelled him. When they eventually get in Clum, the town appears strangely silent, which makes Lize fear that they may have been assaulted by creatures. However, Alan doesn't believe that to be the case, because he doesn't detect any monsters in the vicinity. In fact, now that they think about it, they haven't encountered any monster attacks since he joined them. They head over to check what's going on after noticing that several people have congregated outside a man's building, but it appears that they were all only waiting to see this individual ejected. Lize's prophecy mentions this person, but even though she clearly recalls Akira, Akira is unaware of the identity of the princess. She is angry that after taking the time to tour Akira about the palace and have meals with her, She was overlooked with such ease. How well known are the two? Alan wonders. He is then informed that there is a gift from this planet known as Braver that only comes around in per generation, and that the bearer of that gift is referred to be a hero and is considered to have the strength of 1,000 troops. Since Akira is currently the world's hero, the prophesy must have mentioned coming to save her. They all walk to a bar to grab dinner since Akira is hungry, and she starts telling them what occurred. She stumbled into a little girl in the woodland while meandering through it. Akira went to question the village leader what the hell he was thinking after she said she was on the verge of being offered as a sacrifice to the dragon that had taken up residence in the mountains. Lee wonders whether the dragon may be frightening the villagers and compelling them to make sacrifices to it, since the chief didn't want Akira getting involved. Alan disagrees, arguing that they are probably making concessions to it in exchange for its safety, since the dragon's presence is frightening away monsters. That would explain why there is an unusually low number of them in the region. When they inquire as to the girl's fate, Akira replies that she had hidden her away in an abandoned mine on her own and didn't want to return her to the town, where she had been sacrificed before everything was resolved. No matter what, she plans to destroy that monster so the girl won't have to worry about being sacrificed, even if it implies that the town won't be protected anymore and will most likely be destroyed in the future. Alan chooses to accompany Lize, as he doesn't want to leave his buddies to face the danger on their own, and she expresses her want to assist in slaying the dragon. Afterwards, as they reach the foot of the mountain, Akira takes a seat and talks about their attack strategy. To catch the dragon off guard, she will enter from the front while the others walk around the rear. Lize queries Akira's willingness to lead by herself, but she is confident in her ability to do so. Alan believes that it would be best if he took the lead and Akira realized her rights, but she knows that if Alan fights first, he'll probably just take down the dragon in one blow, and she wants her opportunity to seem badass. She knows that Alan is not your typical guy, and to be honest, if they had met in a different situation, she would have liked to fight him, but for the time being, slaying the dragon must come first. Alan and the others follow her as she ascends the mountain alone, and during their ascent, Lize remarks on how strange it is that West thought was blind to the fact that a dragon had entered their territory. Furthermore, they've always taken a really active approach to eliminating monsters, so it's unlikely that they overlooked this. Even though this location is remote, Alan believes it's conceivable that they are already aware of the dragon, because it's difficult to ignore a dragon appearing. Alan thus thinks there must be a reason why his old family allowed the dragon to operate on its own. It's even likely that they established Clum Village just so they could provide sacrifices to the dragon. He starts to wonder what kind of agreement they may have reached with the dragon, but all of a sudden they notice a fire pillar in the sky, which indicates that Akira has started to battle the dragon. Before opposing the lightning spell, she feels a few of fire blasts that are directed at her, but as the dust has fallen, the dragon remains there, utterly unharmed. When the dragon makes fun of her for having such a meek attack, Akira takes it as a challenge and resolves to put her all into her next attack. Thank you for watching. Expect part 2 in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel and click on the screen for more contents like this. See you over there. Arigatou.